want to start this off saying that I actually do like live action remakes. It's just that the ones in the past, like, decade kind of that Disney has been, like, pumping out, like, money making babies, I am not enjoying. Just to be clear, I like this. Not this, this. Winner, loser. I just don't see any of, like, the creative potential or passion behind any of the newer projects being made. I am a little biased, of course, because I am an animated character. I don't know if you noticed. There are some live actions that I really liked. Like, I had huge hopes for Cruella, and other than the last 10 minutes, which is like, it didn't either hit or miss for anyone, hit or miss, but I personally enjoyed it. I was along for the ride of watching, like, an already kind of, like, corrupt character becoming even more corrupt, but also, like, having a soft side for, like, her evil henchmen and the dogs that she practically just stole. I really enjoyed the Jungle Book. I think that was kind of just, like, Disney's jumping off at, like, almost complete peak. There was high budget production. It had a lot of care into it. It was just instantly amazing. I did kind of like the first Alice in Wonderland, but of course, when I wasn't a weird kid before that, the first Alice in Wonderland scared me. I don't know if you guys know, like, the scene that I'm talking about, but, like, the scene where the walrus kind of eats, like, the clam babies or the clam ladies, whatever. That scared me as a kid, and I just kind of stopped enjoying it, didn't want to watch it. Which is strange, because I am obsessed with, like, Coraline, and I feel like that gives kind of, like, the same energy, like, whimsical kind of, like, eerie type of vibes, except Coraline has a bit more structure. But yeah, I could not watch the original Alice in Wonderland. I have read the book. The book was amazing, but we're not here to talk about the book. We're here to talk about the live action. I did kind of like it. It was just, it is what it is. The first Maleficent movie, I greatly enjoyed. I don't know if you can see this, but I am drawing two of the characters in my inspiration in a different art style that I normally do, Cruella and Maleficent. So yeah, I did like the first one, and kind of the second one, though I was like, I was having a fever dream, and I just needed something on in the background, so yeah, that's what I had. Pirates of the Caribbean, that was amazing, except that isn't live action, and the franchise has kind of dipped in, like, the past decade, but the first one was phenomenal. I will always go back and watch it. 101 Dalmatians, mwah, chef's kiss. And for my all-time favorite, the Peter Pan remake. I'm about to out myself, but why? Why did they do this? My ace ass is just thirsty for a tall glass of pirate water. Personally, I've had enough of live action movies. I gave Cruella a chance because, like, villain origin stories, if they did something kind of like with Ursula, of like the fan theory of how they used to be siblings and she was just corrupted by dark magic, ooh, spooky, I might watch it, but I would honestly like to see more live action remakes of less popular Disney movies. I don't think we need a Little Mermaid movie. I'm not gonna go see it. Just like how I didn't go see the live action Lion King, because I thought it was gonna be the same thing as, like, the musical. I thought that would be so amazing. But no, we just had lions where, you know the scream. Roll the scream.
Long live the king!
Yeah, They're too focused on like what's realistic. And as someone who is a fan of like the original fairy tales, like I'm talking about like before Brothers Grimm, whatever the stories, like when Cinderella had like her sister's eyes pecked out and they cut off their feet, or just like even like before like the dark fable of Little Red Riding Hood. There is channels that talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it here, but I think John Solo talks about it, and I thought it was fascinating. Or like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, whatever. Just those like dark original stories. Like if they're gonna make them live action, make them darker in the sense of just like more fable and fairy tale like. Back when it was okay to burn alive the witch and not have remorse, or have your sister's eyes pecked out because they treated you like garbage for most of your life. Like, I miss that. Why can't we have that? I didn't even know that Lady and the Tramp was one. I thought it was just like a fan-made image. They didn't even announce it properly, so I had no idea, and I'm probably just never gonna go see it. Just not on my bucket list. I did see that they're going to make a Hunchback of Notre Dame, which I might see if they stick to like the darker Grimm story. And if you don't know what it is, again, I think John Solo talked about it. Go give that a watch. But it is a dark story. I'm not gonna spoil the ending. Just dark. And of course, like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, like animated movie, is dark and beautiful in its own way. But of course, there's like a bunch of silly scenes. So if they took like more of like the underrated kind of just like movies that are kind of like a cult following now, maybe I'll go see them. Like Sword in the Stone or The Black Cauldron. Maybe I'll go see those. Like if they have like good trailers and I'm hearing good things about it. Probably won't see them like on release day. But until then, I'm just gonna take a step back. I'm not seeing any passion or love or care in these kind of movies. In Belle, it seems like they tried to fix problems that weren't problems. Or the fact that the town didn't even just like blindly follow him as like they did in the animated movie, because that's not realistic. No, it's an animated movie about a man turning into a monster and falling in love with a magical frickin' rose. I don't think it's supposed to be realistic. But basically, until Disney kind of just like gets better at writing, no shame, Disney, no shame. Or just like gets like more passionate people to work on the live action, and let to the creators kind of like have their ideas instead of being like family friendly kind of quota. Like, I get it, it's Disney, but that's kind of like an insult nowadays. Just like, it's Disney, you gotta let it go. But until then, I'm out. Mentally just gonna check out like a dad about to go get some milk. But to end this off on kind of like a positive scene, this. Rip Sexy Pirate. Anyways, if you enjoy these films, go for it. I'm not here to step on anyone's toes. I'm just saying that I'm going to be taking a step back from Disney films. Well, Disney live action films for a while. You enjoy, you have fun, and don't let anyone like mess with your opinions. Unless they're bad ones, okay? Then get no opinions. I'm joking. But for the meantime, I'm going to be skipping these in the future. And then so you guys want me to review them, then I can do that.